Hey everyone, welcome back to Dubb Support YouTube channel. In today's video, we're talking about video messaging for business and how this includes both email and SMS. So this is also not to be confused with video conferencing like Zoom or Skype. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. The first thing we're going to do is talk about some requirements, some expectations of what we should expect when using video messaging in business. Now, if you don't know the why, I highly consider you checking out our Video for Sales series or many of our other content on video for business. Definitely, if you're not quite there yet, check some of that stuff out so you'll get to the point where you understand the value of why we're incorporating video into our marketing and into our sales efforts. It increases everything from email open rates to engagement rates to reply rates, and of course, more revenue and sales. So let's go ahead and get into video messaging requirements, what we can expect from a tool. The first thing is it must include tracking and analytics. So, we can send video messages like just a regular cell phone text message. We can send a video that way. It's grainy and we can't track it among a bunch of other things. We can also, maybe upload a video to YouTube and then send them a link to that. We get some really basic analytics that way, but we really don't know if they've watched that full video or if they've watched it a bunch of times. Those things are not apparent to us when using YouTube. So I'm just naming some other tools, that maybe some other things you might use as a workaround. But of course, we're talking about Dubb today, and that's going to check all of these boxes. So let's go ahead and the next requirement is it must include a call to action. Now, a call to action is not just a verbal call out on the video, hey, click here or sign up here. We need more than that. We need actual clickable, trackable links and other types of engagement that we can have recipients take place with. So what that means is things like bookings or making a purchase or downloading something or filling out a form. Those are valuable calls to action, and those are the things we need to be able to track to see how well they're converting. The next thing is branding. So of course, as I mentioned, a couple of other things like you can text message somebody a video or you can send them a link to a YouTube video. Now, none of those options have these benefits here. They're not going to include the ability to track, brand, or have the call to action. The best you can kind of hope for is by putting a link along with the video saying, here, go to this website or click here and for whatever action you can do through a link. Now, there's one other thing here I've listed, and that's being able to send these in bulk and automation. And now, again, I'm referring to both emails and SMS messages. So it's a pretty broad topic here, and checking all four of these boxes on both email and SMS is really going to be a very exclusive tool, and Dubb's going to be the only one that does that. Usually in these videos, I like to do some comparisons between other platforms. However, when it comes to both sending text messages in bulk and through automation, as well as providing all the tracking and everything else, we're going to be the only ones that are going to do that. So this video is solely about Dubb. Let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing we're talking about here is the tracking, branding, and analytics. So we've used an example before here. What does a video look like when it's hosted on YouTube? You can see here, I just searched video messaging for business. We got this guy's video here. Now he's also a company, so to Tango here. But you can see where we have competing content from other creators. We also had advertisements and things like that in the videos where we're not able to get the full attention of the recipient. If I was looking for Tatango, this wouldn't be necessarily the best place. I mean, it's an awesome place for discovery. Nothing against YouTube. We absolutely need our videos on there. But when it comes to video messaging for business, we need to be able to send these videos directly to people and have the tracking and call to actions and all those things along with it. So sending a link to a YouTube video is not quite in the ballpark of what the requirements are that we need for using video for business. So here's an example of, what is inappropriate, sending them to YouTube. And now here is an example of what we can really get the most out of when using video messaging in our business. So we talked about branding, we talked about tracking, we talked about calls to action. So you can see here, this is a little exit intent pop-up. You're not going to get anything like that on YouTube or any other platform for that matter. So here's this exit intent pop-up where you have a chance to engage with these CTAs. And now here's what those CTAs actually are. As I mentioned, they're much more than just a link. This is actually a direct integration with a calendar service. This one here, you can get, this is a link redirection, so that's just going to a URL. And there's also a video reply function, so you can actually collect video testimonials from clients and other customers. So tons of valuable functionality we can get out of these call to actions. Like I said, much more functionality than just a link. So this is what those trackable, actionable, interactive call to action buttons look like, and the branding that I was referring to. And then of course, what Dubb does is track every little bit of engagement on this page. So you'll be able to tell if somebody watched 1%, 100% of the video, if they click these buttons, which one of them they clicked. So that way you have the most intelligence you can gather from these video pages for sales and marketing opportunities. So just back to the drawing board here, we talked about the branding, tracking, and calls to action. Now, these same exact things happen when we're sending these videos through text messages as well. So we can either use the Dubb app or the cell phone to send out one-to-one messages, and you're going to provide the same video, the same experiences if you're going to send these through email. There's a little bit of a preview, so whether we're sending it through email or text messages will be just a little bit different. Here's what it looks like when you actually put a video into an email. Is it's going to have the ability to have their first name on it, and also an animated GIF of the first couple of seconds of the video. And this, of course, can be customized to anything you want it to be. But that's what a video looks like in an email. It's going to be a little bit different through a text message. So it'll have a pre-populated message with whatever you've said, maybe their first name or other personalization that you want to include in there, and then also a link to the video. Text message, unfortunately, doesn't allow animated GIFs to appear that are linkable. Not something text message supports quite yet, but it's probably forthcoming. So that's what it looks like when we're sending these videos through either text messages or emails. Now, and we also talked about what happens when they visit the video page, meaning they click this link, they actually try to watch the video. It takes them to that fully branded, trackable, interactive page. And now, finally, the last checkbox we talked about here is being able to send these things in bulk or through automation. And so Dubb actually allows you, it's a completely unique function compared to any other video marketing service or video sales platform. You can actually build out campaigns with SMS messages to go out either in bulk or through automation. And these SMS messages can also be intertwined with regular email campaigns as well. So here's what that looks like. You can see here under campaigns in SMS, I've ran a campaign, and let's go ahead and view that. And now here's the analytics from that campaign. I sent myself a little test. You can see here I've tracked the emoji reaction, the page view, and also the percentage of the video that was watched. So when we send this same video out to our whole list of phone numbers, we're going to have that really detailed list of analytics here and reporting and know specifically exactly how these people, each contact, is engaging with that video. And as I mentioned, that's just through a bulk or one-time send. They can also be sent through automations. So we can actually build out workflows of sequences of emails and or text messages intertwined with each other that go out very automatically. And all we have to do is trigger this automation, and then those messages are sent out at periods and dates of our choosing. So you can see here I can choose a campaign, either an SMS or an email, and then I can add delays, I can add action steps, I can also do branches, add tags, lots of customization we can do right here in the campaigns. Now, again, as I mentioned, we normally do a comparison here. However, there's not really anyone else out there that's going to be able to provide this level of automations in both emails and SMS messages, and also the level of analytics and reporting you're getting from those videos. So we've talked about some of the basic requirements a business needs to expect when using video messaging, such as tracking, branding, calls to action, and of course, the ability to send these out in bulk and automation. We can't be sending one-to-one messages. It's just not scalable. So what Dubb has done is built the tools you need to do this and do it appropriately with all the industry best practices. In our other videos, we do look a little bit deeper at some of the other platforms out there because they do check a couple of these boxes. However, none of these platforms are going to have that same functionality as we do with SMS marketing. And that's really a huge part of video messaging. People are 98%. There's a 98% open rate on SMS messages compared to email, which is around 20% if we're lucky. So much better engagement on text messages, and that's really a critical component for any small business. Even large businesses and enterprise are leveraging SMS messaging as well. So it's definitely something to look into. All right, well, thank you guys for your time. Hopefully you found some value in this video. If you haven't already tried, sign up for a free trial at dubb.com and give everything a whirl. Check out the support videos. And as I mentioned, if you haven't been warmed up to the value of video before, check out our sales videos. Video for sales, video for marketing. It'll really get you your whole brain cooking on the ability to leverage video for your business. Once the wheels start turning, the possibilities are endless. Thanks again for your time.